Have you ever felt stuck in your business? Your marketing feels busy, but maybe it's not effective. You're pouring money into ads, trying new tools, chasing trends, but the growth just isn't there. What if the problem isn't the tactics, but the leadership behind them? At ASP, we work with service-based businesses that are ready to scale, but stuck in a marketing rut. And one of the most powerful shifts that we've seen is hiring a fractional CMO, a part-time chief marketing officer. So in this video, we're going to break down what a fractional CMO really does and what they don't do, how to know if your business is ready for one, the pros and cons compared to other marketing help, and if you are ready, how to find one that fits your culture, goals, and budget. If you're doing $1 to $10 million in revenue and you know you're leaving growth on the table, this might be the right leadership upgrade that you need. So let's start with what a fractional CMO is. A fractional CMO isn't a glorified consultant. They don't just audit your strategy and hand you a checklist. They step into that leadership role, often overseeing both your marketing strategy and your execution team. Here's what a good CMO brings to the table. First, they bring strategic planning aligned with your business goals. They bring guidance for internal teams and agencies, and they direct responsibility for marketing return on investment and growth KPIs, as well as hiring and mentoring your marketing team. It can also help with systemizing your marketing operations. So think like CRM, reporting, campaign processes, and most importantly, they become a bridge between the vision and the execution of your business. Imagine having a CMO who scaled 3 different companies and can tell you exactly what your business needs to do this quarter. That's what a fractional CMO brings without the $250,000+ full-time salary. They typically work between 5 to 20 hours a week depending on your goals. You'll get high leverage decision-making power without taking on another executive full-time. Let's talk about a few signs that you might need a fractional CMO. It's not for everyone, but there are some signs to showcase that you might be ready. One is you've hit a ceiling. Maybe your PPC campaigns aren't scaling, maybe your SEO rankings have stalled. A fractional CMO doesn't just throw money at the wall, they assess what's broken in the pipeline. Another one is you might be wearing too many hats. So if you're the CEO and you're head of marketing and a sales manager, your team isn't getting the guidance they need. A fractional CMO takes the wheel on marketing so you can step back into leadership. You also may not be getting the ROI you expected. Maybe you're working with an agency and wondering why it's not working or clicking. It might not be the agency, it might be the lack of clear marketing direction. Maybe you're navigating around a transition, a rebrand, a new market, scaling into new verticals. These moments need strategic marketing brains at the table. Common misconception is only the big companies need a CMO, but the truth is a fractional CMO can actually help you get to that level. So let's break this down into some real world benefits. 1, affordability. You can get 20 years of CMO experience for about 5 to 10 grand a month, and compare that to hiring a full-time salary at $200,000+, benefits, bonuses, and time lost during the hiring process. It also has speed to impact. They're not learning on your dime. A good fractional CMO will diagnose your weak points, double down on what's working, and start improving results within the first 30 to 60 days. You'll have cross-industry insights. So let's say you're a home service business. Your CMO may bring ideas from SaaS, e-commerce, brick and mortar retail that your competitors maybe haven't thought of yet. Flexibility is one too. If you're not ready for full-time, no problem. They scale their involvement with your growth, so you can start with just 10 hours a month and expand during launch seasons. System building is another big part. A fractional CMO doesn't just build marketing plans, they build frameworks your teams can follow, even after the CMO has left. Now, there are potential drawbacks to consider. Of course, it's not all upside, and here are some important caveats you need to keep in mind. They won't always be on call. So if you need day-to-day hand-holding, a full-time hire might make more sense for your business. There is a ramp-up period. Even the best CMOs need time to learn your customer base, products, and operations. Team integration can be a little bumpy. Your existing team may feel a little threatened, and that's why you need a CMO who knows how to lead, not just bulldoze. You still need doers. Fractional CMOs steer the ship. You still need hands on deck like copywriters, designers, media buyers, etc. CMOs are temporary. Most fractional CMOs stay about 6 to 18 months, but a great one will help you hire your full-time future CMO. So you have to ask yourself, is the fractional CMO right for your business? And if you're still on the fence, here are some decision matrices that we can use to help clients and what we've used at ASP. If you're under $1 million in revenue, focus on execution. Hire an agency or a freelancer. If you're between 3 to 5, maybe even 10 million in revenue, you're in a sweet spot. You may have the resources, but not enough to fully justify a full-time marketing executive. If you're at 10 million plus, it's time to think about building a full in-house team. A fractional CMO might bridge that gap, but it's likely a short-term solution. And there are some key questions that you should ask yourself as the business owner. Is your team executing a clear, documented strategy right now? Is marketing helping hit revenue targets or just doing stuff? Do you need marketing leadership to take charge so you can focus somewhere else in the business? If you're nodding your head yes to any of those, then you're probably ready for a fractional CMO. So the question then becomes, how do I find the right fractional CMO? I've got a list of a couple things that might help you find one. Check alignment, not just credentials. They should understand your model and be able to talk about your customer's language. Test before you invest. Start with a 30, 60-day strategy project. Let them prove their value before going into a regular retainer. Look for execution-savvy leaders. Strategic thinkers who also understand what it takes to get campaigns live, not just campaign theory. Use networks and platforms. LinkedIn, CMOX, or even referrals from other marketing agencies like us are great starting points. Clarify your deliverables. What's the outcome you can expect? What's the monthly reporting look like? Is there a strategic roadmap? Do you do team training? This is a bonus tip. Ask for a 90-day plan. If they can't outline their first 3 months with your business, they're not ready. So now I'll ask you again, should you hire a fractional CMO for your business? Well, if you're stuck in the weeds and tired of guessing at marketing strategy, if you want a real growth plan, not just another marketing trend for the week, and if you're ready to invest in clarity and leadership, not just execution, then yes, a fractional CMO might be the smartest next step that you can take for your business. So at ASP, we help service-based businesses figure out when it's time to bring in leadership like this. And if so, we help you find the right one. If you're unsure, book a free strategy session with us and we'll walk you through your options. At ASP, we specialize in providing fractional CMO services specifically for local service-based businesses. Whether you're a home service company, medical practice, or growing local brand, we help you implement the leadership and strategy needed to scale sustainably. And if you're in other industries or verticals like manufacturing, CPG, supply chain, and things like that, no problem. We built a trusted partner network of fractional CMOs in those industries. We'd be happy to refer you to the right expert. If you like this video, drop a comment with your biggest marketing challenge and hit subscribe. We're currently building an entire series on fractional leadership, team building, and scaling your service business the right way. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.